Good morning. How is everyone doing on this glorious Tuesday? Hopefully you guys are excited to lose a little bit of money because that's what it appears the market has for us today. 4% down on all of decentralized science, but that's not all we're going to talk about today. In fact, I have done an extensive amount of initial scraping to find some of the best Bittensor plays in the market. Now, you guys know I've been bullish on Bittensor for the better part of a year at this point, and it has proven itself very worthy. It is one of the artificial intelligence blockchain-based protocols that is gaining a lot of traction outside of just the crypto world. A lot of these projects are focused so exclusively on just getting people within crypto that they miss the broader opportunity here. Bittensor's not one of them. However, I do feel a little bit of FOMO when it comes to Bittensor, and I feel like a lot of the ecosystem plays might be better suited for my money. Hopefully, you guys are excited today. Good morning, Zach. Good morning, good morning. I am very excited. We're going to go through some of the DeSci stuff. I have an exciting announcement when it comes to KongSwap. I do want to share with you guys first and foremost is that KongSwap has officially launched. New paradigm of DeFi is here. So KongSwap, if you guys are not familiar, is the ICP decentralized exchange that I'm an advisor for. I'm helping get the word out for KongSwap simply because KongSwap is allowing people to trade ICP coins a lot quicker. Right now you can go to IC swap, but it takes a long time for the transaction to go through, and if it fails you have to go find the money, reclaim the money. This reclaims automatically for you, and on top of that they have some pretty exciting announcements coming in the near future, along with the idea that you'll be able to do multi-chain trading all from KongSwap. They've got a lot of backing from the DFINITY Foundation itself. A lot of people have been showing great interest in this. They literally made this post an hour ago. It already has 12,000 views, and I know that it's not botted views. So if you have any interest in ICP and the fact that ICP has $2 billion in TVL that can be used in their DeFi ecosystem, except that their DeFi ecosystem doesn't exist. KongSwap opens the door for it, and I'm very excited. They have lending, they have borrowing, they have staking, they even have an airdrop coming, so pay close attention. Early contributors to the LP, they haven't announced it yet, so the three of you guys who are watching right now are gonna get that information. The announcement's gonna come later today, I believe. I leak information too easily here. I just get too excited. KongSwap, very bullish on KongSwap as ICP continues to integrate Ethereum, Solana, Bitcoin into the actual chain that runs ICP. This is going to be a banger play, so just pay close attention. Now, all right off the bat, we've been live for literally 2 minutes and we already have a Diddy comment. God damn it, Zach. When did he swap? Did he swap? Unfortunately, whoa, never mind. So the portfolio challenge is at $2,500 right now. It's holding up decently. I think over the last 90 days, we've been basically flat, just chopping for 3 months in the portfolio. I am hoping here that Bitcoin can have a breakout to the upside, as I'm sure literally everyone in the entire crypto market is patiently waiting and hoping for. We are apparently getting rejected from the 200-day moving average here. Yesterday, it looked like when we were live, we were far above it, and so it looked like we were going to stay above and close above, but we actually had a quick downside movement in Bitcoin, which resulted in a pretty gnarly looking red Doja Cat candle. Hopefully we see some extra momentum today and we can reclaim some of this price action. I don't know. It's just a waiting game. I do ultimately maintain my same bullish optimism for the remainder of this bull market. We have about 1 year left. I'll say probably closer to 11 months. I think September next year, I want to be almost entirely out of the market when it comes to any of my investments that are on specific to this time frame, specific to this cycle. I would like to be out of most of them by September, maybe October of next year. We're going to play it by ear when it comes to the whole entire broader market. A lot of the plays right now I'm focused on are sub $20 million market cap. So while I do pay a lot of attention to Bitcoin and Bitcoin leads the entire market, a lot of the coins that I like to invest in are sub $20 million market caps, because I feel like that's where you get the highest potential ROI. Going from 20 million to 200 million is very doable, and I think there will be hundreds, if not several hundred, I think there'll be hundreds of coins that go from 20 million to $200 million in market cap, and some even up to the $2 billion threshold. And so I like focusing on those because I want that guaranteed 10x, and I'm going to use guaranteed within air quotes because none of it is actually guaranteed. But I don't think Bitcoin's going to 10x. I don't think Ethereum's going to 10x. I don't think Solana's going to 10x. I don't think Caspa's going to 10x. Could it? Yeah, it absolutely could, but I feel like the RR is not there. I do think Bittensor has the opportunity to 10x. However, it's already like a $2 or $3 billion market cap if we go to TAO. It's up 1% today while everything else seems to be down. It is a $4.6 billion market cap. And so what I'm doing, I believe that this project has the opportunity to get up to that $40 to $50 billion in market cap this cycle, because it is one of, if not the king of the AI narrative in crypto. I have taken my time to go through and look at other Bittensor projects, right? If you're not familiar with Bittensor, it is basically an open network for infrastructure on artificial intelligence. Beagle, good morning. Beagle says, what are your DeSci price targets? I'll go through those in a moment. I do want to finish my little spiel on Bittensor. Bittensor is basically taking the tokenomics of Bitcoin and implementing them into an open source and open access network of artificial intelligence. And so they have not even had their first halving event yet. And there is 7.5 million coins in circulation out of the 21 million. Every 4 years there's a halving, and the first halving is expected to take place in the beginning of 2025, or at the end of 2025 here, November 18th, 2025. So I think leading into this halving, we'll see some excitement in Bittensor. It is interesting that it's like taking a counter approach to the supply and demand shock of Bitcoin, right? Because the end of the Bitcoin cycle should be around November of 2025, and then we'd see a dramatic crash in the crypto markets. But if we implemented the same 4-year halving cycle and structure onto Bittensor with its tokenomics, that means that 2026 would be very bullish for Bittensor, which means it would be going against the broader market. So it's interesting to see how it has lined up like that. But again, a $4.6 billion market cap for Bittensor. And I was just watching an hour-long interview with a venture capitalist firm who is investing heavily into Bittensor, who does not invest into crypto as a whole. They invest into artificial intelligence, but more specifically, open source technology. Open source artificial intelligence. And so what Bittensor is a huge ecosystem of subnets. And so it is its own blockchain, and you can create open source subnets in which you can run large language models on top of. All right, hopefully it's making sense to you guys. Not all of these subnets will have a token, but some of them do. And so I have gone out and looked at a lot of these subnets and gone through large lists of these subnets. I'm actually going to pull up my X again because I bookmarked it, and I might as well put it in the chat so you guys can do some research as well, because that's what most of, if not all of this channel is about teaching you guys and about showcasing my journey through the investment markets and where I see the highest ROI opportunities. Right now, I think the highest ROI opportunity for me is in decentralized science, because not a lot of people are talking about it, and there's just a lot of opportunity there. The other area I see is in, of course, decentralized physical infrastructure and artificial intelligence, but AI I view less as a narrative and more of a tool that everything should be using. So if you're not using AI, it just is like a negative mark on your resume, in my opinion. It's not that I only invest into AI projects, because I think that's kind of stupid. I am investing in projects that are utilizing and advancing artificial intelligence, of course, but I think it's a prereq before you get into anything. It has to be using AI at this point, otherwise it's just going to get left behind. But you can see they have a list, the TAO Community Hub put together a list of all the subnets that are currently in existence. Now, I do believe this is a little bit outdated, because I remember, yeah, it's from February, so it is a little outdated. There are more than just these 32 subnets, and I've gone in and looked at a bunch of them and found several that have tokens. Good morning, DeSci. How you doing? How you doing? Happy to have you here. We'll go through. Which would you guys prefer? Would you guys prefer to go through a lot of the subnets now and showcase all of the Bittensor ecosystem plays that I see as potentially having fruitful futures? Or would you like me to go back to DeSci for a moment and kind of rattle off some of my price predictions for decentralized science? I'll let you guys pick that as I take a gentle sip of my Midnight Cherry C4. No longer are we endorsing The Rock today. We are endorsing C4, the pre-workout of choice when it comes to gym bros back in 2015. I can run a poll if you want. Well, share. What's good? How do you pronounce your name? Musel. What's good, Musel? Muscle? It's not muscle. I think Wellshare is a good team. I think the team is very prominent, and I do believe they'll do fairly well. I'm a little bit sussed out by the amount of bot activity that they've accidentally stumbled upon. However, it doesn't spell like doom for a project if they use bots. It's usually just a yellow flag for me. But Data Lake, I'm pretty sure botted their following, and or at least got exposed to bots like Wellshares have it happening right now. It is muscle. All right, hell yeah, muscle. And I think Data Lake is one of the top DeSci projects out there. So I like Wellshare. They're focused on diabetes. I'll come back to the Bittensor talk because you guys want that rapid fire hopium when it comes to DeSci. I can tell. I can just feel it. You know, you can almost feel it in the air right now. That excitement behind decentralized science. Is it more popular than AXGT was when launched? So, okay, Beagle says do Bittensor subnets. So we're gonna start a poll then. What to go over first? Question mark. Bittensor plays DeSci hopium. Start poll. So it's a very interesting question, Muscle. When Axon launched, there was no excitement for it, which is why you got to get in at such a low valuation. Okay? I was working with the team behind Axon from before they TGE'd. I was working with them from the beginning, before they even announced that they were going to really do a project and started gaining traction. That's how I got the first interview ever with them. That's how I put them on with so many different people out there. Axon didn't get, exactly, Zach. Axon did not get excited for people until after the token was created, and that helped people that did know about it get in at such a low valuation. So they did something called a liquidity bootstrapping pool, which, you know what a liquidity pool is. This is basically fundraising for a liquidity pool in which the token valuation exponentially decayed until it got to a price that people were like, this is stupid, I'm gonna buy. That price for circulating market cap was $140,000, which is why you saw so many people have an extremely high ROI, which is why you see the chart showcase such a high ROI, is because it started at $140,000 market cap because nobody knew about it. Then, as soon as it TGE'd, a lot of influencers that I work with came on and I was like, look at this. Look at what they're doing. They're backed by NVIDIA, or not backed, but they're in the NVIDIA Foundation program. They're getting money from NVIDIA potentially here, which is why it's running again. They're back at the NVIDIA AI Summit, one of the only cryptos there. This is bullish. And everyone was like, holy fuck, this is bullish. And then it took off. So, in fun fact, I would say Wellshare has more momentum right now than Axon did, for sure. But it's an interesting little dynamic. Only 50 people bought into the public pre-sale. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. All right, we got 75% saying Bittensor plays Beagle is onto something here. So let's get back into the Bittensor then. We'll come back and do some hopium for DeSci in a minute. Now, these are not in any particular order. However, the last one I am saving for last intentionally. I see someone spamming the hearts and I don't know who it is, but I want to say thank you very much for that. After I do these Bittensor subnets, I want you to hit that like button, but after, if you guys appreciate the alpha. I've spent a good chunk of the morning going through and just trying to find some of these because, well, I want to make money, and I know you guys do too. I have not bought any of them yet. All right, first one up is Sturdy. Most of you guys have probably heard of Sturdy already. It's Sturdy Finance, but it's lending on top. It's a subnet. All of these are subnets underneath Bittensor. And so what they're doing is providing decentralized finance for Bittensor. They have wrapped Bittensor so you can trade it on top of Ethereum, which allowed for a lot of liquidity to come into the Bittensor ecosystem. And they need DeFi protocols to allow you to actually trade for Bittensor. This one is not they don't only do Bittensor though, but they are growing pretty rapidly. So just yesterday, they posted that they have over $50 million in assets. I'm going to say assets under management, but it's not really assets under management. It's just user assets on the platform because they're not managing it. It's you. But you can see they've been like stair stepping up, which is pretty damn bullish. And it's been going up exponentially. So it's like back in September 10th, they crossed 10 million. And now we're in October, almost 10th, so a month later, and they've gone over 50 million. So it's very possible that they 5 to 6x in 1 month, which is crazy. It's my auto clicker. Let's go, Muscle. W's in the chat for Muscle. W. Sturdy. So Sturdy is backed by the best, quote unquote. This is from their website. These are their investors. So they have SoftBank, crazy bullish. You guys have probably heard of SoftBank. I know you've heard of Pantera, and I know for a fact you've heard of Y Combinator. They also have KuCoin Ventures. They have One Block, which I have not heard of before, but they have Orange DAO. These five, the only thing that I would be looking for outside of these five would be like Boost VC, and then maybe, what is it? Cointelegraph or Coin... Yeah, I think Cointelegraph Ventures or like Binance, right? They have the biggest names in the industry backing them, and it's like, that's no joke. I would not ignore stuff like that. When SoftBank, Pantera, Y Combinator, Orange DAO, KuCoin Ventures, and One Block all come together, it's, you know, you got something happening, right? They've been audited 3 times. Chain Security, bullish. Zelic is a big auditor, so that's really bullish for them. Yeah, it's lending and borrowing. It's literally DeFi for Bittensor, so I don't feel like I need to go over it too much for you guys, but they have an interesting way in which they go about it. Now, Sturdy is its own subnet. I believe it's subnet number 10 is Bittensor, or Sturdy is Bittensor's subnet number 10, so it was one of the earliest ones into the entire ecosystem. And they have the Sturdy token, which is a DAO. It's a DAO token, so it's not the traditional DeFi token. Sturdy operates as a DAO, and they're not just for Bittensor. They have integrated other chains as well. I can't remember exactly where I saw that they'd integrated other chains outside of Bittensor. It's probably just on their website, but they have other lending protocols on top of it. Yeah, you guys can look into it a little bit more if you want to. But one of the interesting things, and I should have already pulled it up, but I think I might have closed out of it. We'll duplicate this. We'll slide it right over here, and we will go to STRDY. That's not. Is this accurate? Yeah, it is. So it's a $6 million valuation, circulating market cap. The fully diluted is 90 million. So definitely you need to pay attention to the tokenomics. They have a 1-year cliff on both the contributors and the investors. And that 1-year cliff, I believe, opens back up in March of next year. So from now until March, the tokenomics shouldn't change too much, but then we'll get a 40% dilution over 3 years, and anything that the treasury deems is worthy. So the dilution will hit hard next year. It's just hopefully we're deep in a bull market and nobody cares about it at that point. But yeah, that's sturdy. It's definitely worth taking a look into. Another one that I have pulled up here. What's good, Zaj? How you doing? Welcome. Free download. W. Tatsu on Bittensor looks good too. All right, we will be writing that one down. Google Docs. Might as well pull it up. I know you guys, this is crowdsourcing the information, so hell yeah to you guys. I need to remember to clip my live streams because I had one like 2 days ago that I was popping off on. It might have been Friday or it was yesterday. All the days blur into one thing. Tatsu. Next one up, TAO Bank. Now, I've heard negative things about TAO Bank and how it was not real. It was just like a little scam. It's basically borrowing and lending again. However, they have a TAO USD stablecoin, so you can lock up your TAO, get a stablecoin, and contribute to, just DeFi. You can get wrapped TAO and get your stablecoin. It's DeFi, right? Unlock the full power of your TAO. So there's not much that you can do with TAO, Bittensor, aside from actually like develop out artificial intelligence, but you and I probably aren't going to be doing that. So you can do Ethereum and Arbitrum based DeFi. The total value locked right now is only 5 million, so it's very, very small. You get interest-free loans for your TAO with TAO USD. So you can borrow TAO, and you can borrow a TAO stablecoin using your TAO as collateral, and then you can go out and contribute and earn money and vote on proposals and borrow and all this fun stuff that you would do in a normal DeFi ecosystem. It's just very, very small. Multi-chain on Ethereum and Arbitrum. Interesting, worth noting in my opinion. And here's the little staking dashboard. The APR is 13%. So if you're interested in locking up some of your Bittensor, you can do it through TAO Bank. Be very careful though, because oftentimes it's platforms like this which crumble and take your crypto away from you whenever we do see large downturns in the market. So don't do it with your entire bag, and just be cautious that if things start looking stressful in the market, go ahead and just take your crypto back, because when you put it on protocols like this, ultimately you're putting it at risk, right? Good morning, Yeti. How you doing? Good. I drink a beer after job. Bullish. Love to see that. That used to be me. Now I'm sticking with my C4s in the morning. I have been sober mostly, or at least drastically reduced my alcohol consumption, and it has been one of the best things for my body that I've ever done. So shout out mindful drinking. Not completely sober, but mindfully drinking. Yeti, I messaged you, Yeti, and then I closed out a Discord. Dr. Pepper for me, bullish. Diet Dr. Pepper or full sugar Dr. Pepper is the real question. Did you see my message on Discord, Yeti? I closed out of it as soon as I messaged you because I had to get ready for the live stream. But I appreciate you being here. Again, a reoccurring viewer. Let me duplicate this guy again and then go into TAO Bank. Again, very small project. FDV and circulating market cap are the same, so dilution is less of a concern with this one. Pretty interesting looking chart. They all seem to show a similar story. You'll find a very common trend in which they just bled and then popped off a little bit as things look like they're starting to come back to life. So next one up I wanted to talk about is Vector Chat. So again, this one is away from the DeFi within Bittensor and more onto the artificial intelligence and what Bittensor was actually here to be used for. And so this is a $7.4 million market cap. I saw the message, and yes is the answer to your question. When do we get access to this, Yeti? When do we get access to it though? Are we allowed? Can I talk about what the question was on the live stream? May I please answer what the question was that you just answered? Vector Chat is AI conversations. It's literally just ChatGPT, but on Bittensor's subnet 40, which is why I said it's newer. It's a lot newer. If you noticed back in February, they only had 32 subnets. This is subnet number 40. This one looks pretty bullish, It's just now starting to get that pop off, and it's starting to climb back up a little bit. Sure. All right, this is bullish, guys. Intermission. If you guys are interested in Dynex, I asked Yeti. Yeti is someone who works very closely with ecosystem growth within the Dynex community. He works closely with it. He's the lead for it. So he is well versed on all things Dynex. Dynex, you know, is one of the projects that I'm extremely bullish on. $30 million market cap. It's quantum computing on the cloud. They recently introduced large language models into their ecosystem. I'm sure you can kind of piece together what's going on here, but large language models on a quantum computer would be really good at reasoning, right? Because quantum computers are different from traditional computers like the one you're watching this on, in which they are really good at simulations and high probability stake scenarios. So a lot of data, they can sort through it really quickly. Two things that really stand out to me that have a lot of data that would be really good to be hosted on quantum computing networks would be the metaverse. If you want to make it simulate real life as closely as possible, we live in a probabilistic thing. We live in literally like a quantum universe, but I don't want to go too down into the rabbit hole there. So the metaverse would be really good, but also financial systems. If you could use as much data as humanly possible to predict movement in financial systems, you could potentially get really good predictive models on what might happen to different cryptos or different stocks. And you could use already existing data to be able to project forward what might happen to different ecosystems or different projects. So I asked him if anyone was working on financial markets within Dynex. I did not get super detailed like I just did with my little proposition of the question. And so I just simply asked if anyone was working on financial markets within Dynex, and he said the answer is yes. So that is bullish. That is something I personally would use consistently, because again, it just makes a lot of sense to me. Now back into vector chat. There's three different things with chat that they have, right? So they have and again, I didn't look super in depth about it, so I can't give you all the information right now. This is just an intro into some of the subnets that I think are worth paying attention to, right? So they're developing out Toffee, which is their conversational AI platform, and consequently chunking.com, which offers services to Toffee in order to achieve its objectives. Toffee plans to gradually decentralize via protocol enabled by the chat token. So current maximum supply 100 million, price is 10 cents. Circulating supply is 75 million, so not a lot of dilution coming. $7.5 million market cap, fully diluted at 10 million. A lot of the supply went to a public auction, and then they have some for community and team and marketing. It looks very interesting, but on to the next one. Next one up is SETI, and I'm going pretty quickly, but it's intentional. It's just rapid fire information. So SETI AI is advanced decentralized artificial intelligence through energy-driven infrastructure. New to SETI, here's an important rundown if you guys wanted to check it out. They have liquidity pools going on right now where they're pairing SETI with wrapped TAO. So you can start earning some yield for having your tokens if you want to provide to the liquidity pools. Be careful when you do that, because if SETI goes up quicker than TAO, you'll lose some of your SETI bag in exchange for TAO. It's impermanent loss, and it can be a bitch. Now, if both tokens go up, you should be okay, but by staking, if you're doing two-sided liquidity pools, you run the risk of losing a good chunk of your bag. I made that mistake with Data Lake. I staked a lot of my Data Lake tokens when the APY was like 400%, and I made a lot of tokens, but it went up quicker than the APY, which is bullish. That's crazy. Good thing I didn't stake my entire bag, but I did definitely lose out on some of the gains. So SETI, again, artificial intelligence infrastructure using one of the subnets on Bittensor. This is, I think, Sturdy and SETI, I believe, are the two most well-known plays in the TAO ecosystem. The project's chart looks pretty beautiful. Unlike a lot of the other ones, which have been just dying and then had a recent pop, they've been holding up pretty nicely. $20 million market cap, so definitely worth paying attention to. Now, this one, AIT protocol. is the last one I had from the Bittensor ecosystem, and it is one that I have never heard of before, and I literally found it as I was getting ready to go live, so I don't have as much information on what it is, but again, it's Better AI. These are all AI ecosystem projects. What I did see here though is on September 14th, they announced that they joined Google Startups. So Google Startups for Cloud Programming. So it appears that AIT protocol is using one of the subnets on Bittensor for cloud programming. And they joined Google's Startup for Cloud. So pretty interesting. Again, I don't have any more information on it, but it looks like something that would be worth paying attention to, considering it's in the ecosystem with, again, backing from Google. Yeah, I just ranted for quite some time. Their website looks really cool. AIT LogicNet subnet on Bittensor. They had this. So they're incubated by PAL AI, which I have not heard of, and Metabros, which I have not heard of. They got backing from all of these different backers. Maven Capital is a big one. And yeah, ZK Sync as a strategic partner, BNB Chain as a strategic partner, Manta Network. So they have made some decent progress. And the token is right here. So $15 million market cap, pretty small, about 50% in circulation. I'm gonna take a sip. What do you guys think? Did this segment deserve the thumbs up on the YouTube live stream? I hope it did, guys. I hope it did. This took a couple hours to aggregate all of the information, and there's still more research to do. I did go ahead and put together a watch list for some of the projects that I had been paying attention to. I don't think I put all of them on here, but Sturdy, we got Sturdy right here. We got TAO Bank down here. We got Chat, I don't see. So let's go ahead and add Chat before I share this. Vector Chat AI, add to, oh, it already is there. Then we got SETI, which I believe is already in there, and AIT, SETI, and AIT, and then I'll share this in the chat. Oh, it's on my microcap watch list though. There you go. If you're interested. If you are interested, I don't have exposure to any of them yet. To be transparent with all of you guys, I have not purchased a single one. I don't even have any Bittensor tokens. Despite having talked about it for the better part of a year, I personally did not ever get into it, which I am regretting, which is why I'm doing such extensive research into the entire ecosystem. Hopefully that was worth your investment of your time. Another project I was looking at and just kind of like, I have notifications on X for them because I really liked the chart setup, and yeah, it's Infinity AI. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, it's another one of those AI chatbots, so they're plentiful. Sheet. Yeti, got anything planned for March 2025? If not, don't double book and make sure you have your passport up to date. Yeti, I don't even know what we're talking about yet, but I got my passport and I will keep the whole month open. If it means I can get something in the works with Dynex, if I can go traveling in the name of Dynex, 1,000,000%, I am down, I am ready. I will keep the entire month open for that. That is one of the most bullish things I've seen all month. And we're already 8 days into the month. We've already done how many live streams? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are 6 live streams in, and that was the most bullish comment. So shout out Yeti. Hell yeah. Appreciate that. I will be in contact with you on Discord. Yeah. Aside from that, we can go start looking at the DeSci moonshots if you want to now. You guys have questions though? Do you guys have any questions about Bittensor's ecosystem? Any insight, any plays you guys have noticed or subnets that you think are worth paying attention to that I have not talked about here on the live stream? There's a lot going on and it is being adopted rapidly. And so there's a lot of development that's probably going to be coming out in the next 6 to 12 months as hopefully the entire crypto market continues to explode up. More and more people will be paying attention to Bittensor. Again, with the same tokenomics as Bitcoin, trading at $600 a coin right now, not even having gone through its first halving. It's literally growing faster than Bitcoin was. So that's pretty crazy if you think about that. TAO has a lot of room to grow. Yeah, like I said, it probably is going to 10x from here, and it's already at a $4.6 billion market cap. Well, Web3 Amsterdam is being sponsored by Dynex. Just search it up and you'll see it's very public now. Sheet. Are you serious? Web3 Amsterdam. Hell yeah. That's awesome. I don't know which one it is that I should be clicking on. Dynex moonshots. Not me trying to find more alpha on Dynex before the live stream. Top one. All right, I can trust this one. Top crypto conference in Amsterdam. Top Web3 conference. 155 days. Sponsors. Sheet. Oh, damn. We got Dynex and Hive. That's bullish, guys. That's very bullish. Shout out Dynex. That's a good sponsor spot to have. Group trip. Let's go. Hell yeah, MK. Everyone's invited. Go to speakers. You're probably on that list, aren't you? You're probably on that list. If the market turns around and Bitcoin is roaring come March, we will have a Those Investors meetup in Amsterdam. You know what? Might as well do the yacht party in Amsterdam. Am I right? If the market's roaring to life, we might as well do it. There he is. Clifford Mapp, the global head of ecosystem, will be talking at the Web3 conference in Amsterdam. That's bullish. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Can we get the yacht party sponsored by Dynex? Look at me. They got Daniela, Dynex co-founder. She'll be talking. That's nice. That's very bullish. We'll get some good insider information from these people. Except it won't be insider at that point, but it's never technically insider if we get access to it. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm still waiting on my Hive mapper. God damn it. Should we go check out his LinkedIn, guys? All right, the rest of the episode here, the rest of the live stream, we'll be doing some deep dive into Clifford Mapp, the head of development and director at Zyoterra Ltd. England, United Kingdom. 15 plus years of programming, experienced in servers, portal design, and development. Database, what do we do? DeSci will be there. Here's the thing, we can be the DeSci representatives there. I will custom make everyone a shirt that embodies decentralized science, and we can go to this conference. I can go talk to Molecule and see if they'll come and help sponsor this if we want. Donald has arrived. GeoNet. GeoNet. We can help out too. Hell yeah. You guys are part of the DeSci ecosystem, so I mean, it makes sense. Let's get everyone on the same page with it. Let's get some momentum going for this. We can actually Amanda is a graphic designer at heart. She is a design expert. She had her own company that she recently sold that specialized in design. And so we can get some really cool shirt merchandise and some just merchandise as a general. So when we're walking around this conference, everyone knows that like DeSci or DPIN or whatever we want to make it is a movement that is not to be ignored. We can really, really make everyone be talking about it for a while. So there's a good opportunity to come with a lot of these conferences. And as a lot of you guys know, I'm in conversation with a large chunk of the founders in decentralized science. And so I don't know that I'm sure they're planning on going to this. I don't know that they have talked about it yet. And so like, we can really get something moving here. If we want to, of course. If we want to. We got 15 concurrent viewers right now, so I would appreciate if you guys hit that like button. Let's go ahead and see. All right. If the live stream has more than 10 likes on it, then we'll continue live streaming. If not, we're going to have some sort of consequences. All right. That's bullish. That's bullish. We'll accept it and we will continue live streaming only because there was already 10 without me having even checked it. All I want is a BioXYZ t-shirt. Do I have mine in here? No, I don't. The only thing I have in here right now with me is my handy dandy Bitcoin astronaut pillow, which sits on the ground. I can't twice. This is exciting. This is very exciting. I will definitely be doing everything in my power to get to this. They said I could get one when I was in Germany. Fly to Germany just for a t-shirt. It could be worth it. Could be worth it. The t-shirts are pretty dope. Not gonna lie, the t-shirts are pretty dope. For anyone who's curious, this is Dynex's chart. It has been in a downtrend with the rest of the market since November of 2023. So most things have been in a pretty similar downtrend. The one thing I will say about Dynex is that its fundamentals have been off the chart, yes, but even this pattern is just a prolonged or an elongated bull flag. You guys are very familiar with this style of pattern where you spike up, you consolidate, right? And then break out, retest, and then up to the next leg. So this is a continuation pattern that is extremely bullish. That paired with the amount of excitement and fundamental growth in the Dynex ecosystem, I think it's like very much so a slam dunk, not financial advice. Don't worry, that investor. We know the chart looks terrible right now. Might be worth waiting till the 14th announcement. You keep teasing this announcement on the 14th. I need to know. I need to know what it is. Do I sell everything else in my entire portfolio to go 100% Dynex for this announcement? I need financial advice, Yeti. I need it. No, you want to see a terrible chart? Understand that I'm not the guy who's not going to put money into something because the chart looks like Noble Blocks. Noble Blocks is literally the largest holding I have in my entire portfolio. And it looks like this. Trust me when I say I'm able to discern a chart from the fundamentals. It's literally down 97% from the all-time high. 96.5%. Numbers matter. I'd rather be technically correct. So understand, the chart looks good. Dynex's chart looks good. I could give you some teasers. All right, guys. Everyone behave. Everyone behave. We might get something here. We might get something. Unless he's just going to DM them to me. If he DMs them to me, I will announce them publicly, though. Just fair warning. Fair warning. Oh, man. It is a rough day in the world of DeSci out there right now. Nothing is doing well. LOL. Down 96%? That just means the upside's even bigger. You're right. You spot on. All right, Don. Don't start the mutiny stuff right now. I said behave, not mutiny. Oh, man. We have an economic rework as well as something that is totally off the wall crazy. An economic rework. All right, we don't need the small. Derek, I am not small. I am I am bulking right now. I'm not even cutting right now. I'm literally peak bulk. All right. One more of these things. Those are the only 3 emojis that are banned in the entire... Do I have to remind you guys? Do I have to remind you the list of banned emojis? Where is it? The list of banned emojis. Small, pirate flag, and the lotion bottle. Pinching hand. We all know that's small. I am 220 pounds of lean mass. Give the info or walk the plank, Yar. No, the mutiny has not begun. Fuck off. Banned emojis. This is the only warning for the live. Dawn, you get a 10-second timeout. 10 seconds. Confirm. Gone. We will not have a mutiny. Not when Clifford's about to give us some Dynex info. An economic rework, as well as something totally off the wall crazy. I'm excited. We only got a few days left. That is next Monday we'll be getting the announcement, so I'll be live for it. So be ready for that. Be ready. I will be covering it live. Respect the diddler. Fuck off, Zach. Stop. Stop. I feel like there's more excitement to do with Bittensor's subnets. There's something here, guys. I'm telling you. There's something here. Bittensor 10x's. I expect several of these subnets to do far more than a 10x. A 2-hour AMA after the presentation. Okay, the presentation on the 14th, I'm assuming? Rip Don. RIP. He knew the reward. The risk to reward was not there. A 2-hour AMA. So we can ask you anything. Everything is on the table when it comes to Dynex. I mean, just look at this thing. What other crypto in the market is only 17% off, 18% off from its all-time high? Aside from Bitcoin, what else is out there that's only 17% off from all-time high? It's literally in line with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's 15% off from all-time high. So Bittensor is right up there with Bitcoin as far as what projects are holding up. Ethereum, I don't even want to know how far off Ethereum is from its all-time high. It didn't even hit an all-time high yet this cycle. It's literally down 50%. Solana didn't hit an all-time high either. Down 44%. Caspa didn't have the opportunity, was not around last cycle. So it hit its all-time high back in August. And it's still down 33%. This Bittensor is a dime a dozen. Free Dawn. Dawn is alive. The 14th. All right, you'll be doing a 2-hour AMA on the 14th. We will be paying close attention. SETI is the unicorn. Schleep, I have not seen you here before, so welcome into the live stream. SETI does look beautiful. If you go back and rewatch part of the live stream, we talked about SETI. We talked about a lot of other projects in Bittensor's subnet ecosystem. SETI's chart is the most bullish out of all of them, from my opinion at least. SETI looks like it's pretty promising. SETI and Sturdy seem to be the two biggest. Sturdy being the DeFi part of Bittensor and SETI being the AI infrastructure part of Bittensor. Free Dawn until it's backwards. What does that even mean? Nod IRF. Nod IRF. I don't get it. I'm always here just lurking. Well, appreciate the first comment then. Hell yeah. Don't sleep on DeSci. You guys crack me up. Zach's drunk. Zach does seem kind of drunk. Don has been back for... he only got a 10-second timeout, guys. Don has been back for a while. And it worked. You guys chilled with the mutiny emojis. As soon as you saw the consequences, as soon as you saw what could happen. I think low-key, this one might end up being one of the sleeper plays of Bittensor's ecosystem. I've not seen people talking about it. They have 85,000 followers, which does seem a little bit sus, but they are getting engagement that kind of suits with it. 600 likes, 142,000 views. Seems botted. Not gonna lie, that seems a little bit excessive. One of the key things, and this is important for anyone to understand, if you're looking at posts on X or really any other platform, but X specifically, and you're looking for botted activity on those posts, look for the ratio between reposts to likes. If the reposts are higher than the likes, it is almost 100% confirmed that it's botted, okay? Because you're not gonna repost something without liking it. And more people are always gonna like it before they repost it. So that's something I would pay close attention to. We got Altcoin Daily showing support. That's bullish. One of the largest KOLs. So him, what appears to be organically showing support, is a pretty bullish signal for it. Yo, that investor, we need to get some more interviews with DeSci projects. Let me see who I have my contact list for you. Hell yeah, Yeti. Yeti coming through. Let's go. Please do. My DMs are open. I would love to get as many interviews out there as possible. I like the structure. I like the structure at which I conduct interviews. Not to say I'm better than everyone else, but I could understand why people might infer this. Rather, it's conversational. It's podcast-esque. I feel like it makes everyone feel like they're there asking the questions alongside with me, and it's organic. I don't, like, you can attest to this. Didn't script any of it. Didn't even give you a list of questions per se beforehand. We just go right into it. Like, who are you? What do you do? What can I ask you? And then we just flow from there. I enjoyed your interview. It was very professional. Hell yeah. It did really well. And I think it's actually one of the most viewed things I've posted on X. Probably because you guys reposted it, but I think it is one of the most viewed things that I've done on X. Let me scroll. This is the repost of Noble Blocks' interview. Scroll. Damn, dude, I post a lot. Yeah, look at this. 11,000 views, 223 likes, 47 reposts. One of the best interviews that I've ever done. So appreciate that. Jolly and Nifty were talking about it 6 months ago about SETI. Schleep, are you talking about SETI or are you talking about AIT? Jolly and Nifty are good resources for microcaps. I am always weary because I know that they are for sale. I know that they're for sale, so I'm usually weary to see, but that doesn't, just because somebody's being paid to promote something does not mean that the information is not valid. It just has to be something you're aware of, right? That they have an incentive to promote something to you, myself included. I'm paid to talk about some of the projects I talk to you about. I always make sure to tell you. Like, I'm on the team for an advisor for KongSwap. I have not been paid yet. I'm just bullish on it. But like, I wouldn't take the promo if I wasn't already bullish on it. AIT. Okay, interesting. I did not know that they had already spoken about AIT. So maybe I just need to do some more deep diving. I almost always tell you guys before I get the paid promos. I get too excited. I get way too excited about these things. Like, I'm promoting Kong. I have not received any financial incentive to promote Kong yet. It's just in the works. I'm in the works trying to get a bioprotocol deal. I've been promoting bioprotocol for months. I always tell you guys before I get the deals, just because it's like, I don't know, how am I supposed to keep that to myself? I don't know. Front run clown token. Yeah, literally, Derek, you guys front ran me on half the stuff I talked to you guys about because I'm like, this looks very promising. And then you guys start pumping the price and I'm like, oh my God, it's going up. I need to get in now. I'm like, fuck, I'm their exit liquidity again. Rumor has it he got a BBL. That's a warning, MK. I don't know who you're talking about. Pat Thick, Don, you're getting another timeout. There'll be none of that. Pat Thick, the hell? You just sent a message. I didn't even get to see it. Oh, it was the same thing. Pat Thick again, motherfucker. It's that investor to you. I had saved a lot of molecule stuff I wanted to talk to you guys about, but this has been a fun live stream. I've thoroughly enjoyed this live stream. No point in erasing it. We all saw it. I hate you. Catalyst. Catalyst on Molecule. Launched the app. You guys have seen Catalyst. Talked about it a ton for you guys. It's kind of like Pump Fund for DeSci. We do have Pump Science for DeSci, but this one I kind of appreciate a little bit more. One thing that's interesting about this is you can't trade the tokens like you can on Pump.Science, but they also seem more reputable on this than they do on Pump.Science. But you can trade the Pump Science projects actively. It's always this investor or that investor. Why is it never Pathic? Because that's not my name, damn it. That's not my username. You guys are gonna get, Amanda's gonna come in here and start reaming you out. Ooh, this one pumped. This one appears to have pumped. The market cap is already at 9,000. These are, you want to talk about micro cap DeSci projects? Here they are. Here's the two of them. Rifampicin and urolithin. I feel like I should not have read that one out loud because I know I butchered it and it just sounds awful. Market cap of 10,000 and 9,000 respectively. And you know what's cool about it? Absolutely, if you can get in on these things early, it absolutely skyrockets, but then it goes on to Radium. Once it's completed, it goes on to Radium. Trade on Pump.Fund. How funny is that? You can literally go to Pump.Fund to trade these things after it's done. But it basically just collapsed. However, you can see that you can still trade it and you can still make money even if it's itty bitty like this. You get in down here, like this pump was 83%. So if you time these things correctly, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's the most degen sector of all of DeSci, and DeSci is already fairly degen. But it's IP. It's literal research. Like this actually is funding some research. I know it's on a super small scale, but you actually can't. What is going on? I haven't looked at the chat. I have a couple of DeSci picks. Funny that you haven't covered any of them yet. Oh, let's go, Yeti. Let's go. I'm excited to hear. I'm excited to hear who they are. If it's Rejuve, I would love to see that. Would love to see an interview with Rejuve. Rejuve is one of the trades that I have going on right now that I think is grossly underappreciated. I just don't think the broader market has realized what this is and what's going on here. All right. I was turning a blind eye to the peach emojis, but we're putting Zach in timeout. 10-second timeout. I don't need the Diddy lotion and the peach emoji. The peach emojis were not on the banned list. The body lotion is on the banned list. So you asked for it. Good thing it wasn't. Okay. All right. All right, Derek. One of them is under $500,000 market cap. Yo. Yeti. What is this? Which one? Which one? Is it ETI or Amex? Those two seem pretty bullish too. I don't know what it is about them. They've been around for a long time. I got no information on them for the most part. I know that ETI is a proof of work DeSci project, which is very interesting, but I've not looked into it outside of that. Dang it, I thought I was gonna catch you slipping. No, nope. I've tried. The TikTok live streams caught me slipping a lot because I would read everyone's usernames and they'd come in with the most obscure, inappropriate usernames that you could possibly imagine. All right. That's it. I'm going to get food. You guys are acting like children today. This was a bullish live stream though. The Bittensor subnets, we got a little bit of a leak of information when it comes to Dynex. Stay tuned for the 14th. We talked about some decentralized science projects, but mostly this was the subnet live stream for Bittensor. Pay close attention. If Bittensor is one of the winners for this cycle, which I think it already has solidified itself as one of the winners, I do think that the beta plays on Bittensor's subnet ecosystem will do very well. Your time is your most valuable asset. Hopefully this was worth investing it into, and I will see you guys in the Discord or the Telegram or tomorrow's live stream, wherever I see you. But no more Pat Thick.